Greetings and welcome back to No Man's Sky. So, we're going to continue where we left off and seek answers among the stars. And I really should add plug in my Xbox controller for flying, because operating vehicles with mouse and keyboard doesn't always work out too well. Alright, so we just headed out into into space, into orbit. And now they want us to test the Starship systems. Test our thrust, steer a little bit. Now test our boost, and then test the pulse engine. And we're in the middle of an asteroid field. Incoming message. Comms override 16. Incoming transmission source 4925B. Please identify yourself. I'll identify myself. You are not alone. Follow the broadcast ends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Alright, so we were going to locate these coordinates, and we can pulse drive to them to get there really quickly. And it's back on the planet we just left. It says we'd take 8 hours or 9 hours at the current rate we're going, but it'll take a few seconds in pulse drive. Now we're back in the atmosphere. Coming in hot. We're going to need to slow down. To approach the landing site. Land and begin to search. Alrighty. Find the signal source. Activate a target sweep from the analysis visor. So target sweep will kind of put us in a general direction. We're about 180 units away from it. So once we get over this ridge, we should see it. Well, ridge is bigger than I thought. Let me switch modes real quick. Yeah, I've seen those animals. Yeah, now this, using the target sweep, is something new they added in with the last update. Alright, we're 90 units away. Finalizing signal. Excuse me. Alright, so this little campsite is the location of the signal. We interact with that. But I'm going to search these containers first. More rusted metal. Gek relic. And these are save locations. You can interact with these to save the game as well. And they also will discover waypoints for you. And give you navigational data. And navigational data has a bunch of uses. One is at certain points you can, if you walk to a place, you can summon your ship to it. There's our last land-based creature. All that's left are 2 underground creatures. Alright. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Decoding. 16, 16, 16. Entry 4925C. No fuel in. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. Deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. So we now know the base computer, which requires chromatic metal, and the terrain manipulator, which is an advanced terraforming device. Now, I would like to find shelter before I mess with these two. I need to find my coordinates. 2705, 1204. Alright, now our ship is back that way. We use some sodium nitrate and the rest of the sodium. Search these 2 containers, and that said nothing found. There's another damaged machinery up here, and these are supposed to be buried, actually. That's supposed to be underground, but it's on the surface. Another damaged machinery. With a toxic protection module. A supreme one at that. Alright, we need to find shelter, so I'm going to wander back to my ship. There's some more frozen tubers. I was kind of hoping to find a cave. Well, there's a unknown building. I'll tag that just in case. That is a... Where's that shadow coming from? Holy crap! There's land floating above us. Alright, should be able to make it back to our ship before we need to recharge this again. More dihydrogen, more condensed carbon. I do need that. Alright, one thing, that's Sentinel. If you harvest near them, they get annoyed. There, that gives me more fuel for my personal refiner. Alright, so we're gonna select the terrain manipulation mission in the log. Alright, this is a multi-tool upgrade. It allows the mining of ores. So we have to install the terrain manipulator on our multi-tool. We're going to put it down here.
Technology installed.
Now, it requires dihydrogen jelly. We can craft it in our inventory just for speed's sake.
Product constructed.
And then craft 2 carbon nanotubes.
Product constructed.
And then install them on the tool. Now we have access to the terrain manipulator. Now we have to gather copper. We have to activate the terrain manipulator and use the analysis visor to locate the deposits. So, we're looking for deposits like that say, ooh, that's dioxide. I do need that. Cobalt, dioxide,
Thermal protection fully.
dioxide, lots of dioxide. Copper 500 units away. Cobalt, copper 300 units away. Copper 600 units away. Another buried technology module. Let's grab that while it's on the surface. Cargo drop and debris. The debris is where we came from. Knowledge stone, damaged machinery. That one's the closest, 240. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this dioxide first because that'll help me with keeping my life support recharged. And it's closer than the copper. But when you get to these resource nodes, let's go ahead and we're on the mining mode with the terrain manipulator. And let's make sure the beam is small as possible so you collect more resources rather than just digging it out faster. And we're going to grab some dioxide. This way we'll keep our life support pretty well charged. And it doesn't take long to harvest a lot of this stuff. Almost up to 200 already. And that gives us 218.
Extreme cold damage detected.
There we go, 250. Alright, let's, we got a little bit of sodium left. Now let's go to that copper deposit. And surprisingly enough, these guys don't seem to care when you use the terrain manipulator. There it is. Let's see, that is 216. Okay, that's closer. There's some more sodium. We'll grab that on the way. Oh, and there's a cave we can hide in. Now, always make sure you use your jump jets before you hit the ground, because falling damage hurts. Alright, let's hop in here to recharge. And this stuff, we can identify the stuff down here. That gives carbon, which is good. We're going to need some. And these are the little things that give cobalt, which I could probably use some more to make some more batteries. And of course these guys provide sodium or oxygen. Let's switch back to our mining tool. Stock up a little on oxygen and sodium from these guys. Oh, there was one right near me. Ouch. That was close. Alright, now I'm gonna... Oh, and this is another... yeah, marrow bulb. That's another product. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw down my portable refiner in here. And the first thing I'm going to do is collect some carbon so I can turn it into condensed carbon. Let's fuel that up. And let's see, what did I need to do? Yeah, I think that was that and the sodium. I want to turn the sodium into sodium nitrate so that it is more effective for my hazard protection. But I'm going to collect a few resources while this thing runs, and I will resume recording once it's done. I'm done with all my refining. Alrighty, so I finished all my refining, but I got a little carried away with harvesting, and now I've got a slight inventory issue. I had to go ahead and apply that supreme upgrade I had for toxic protection just to free up a slot. Right now I'm not going to be able to pick that thing up until I am done getting my copper. And a sentinel came down there and was annoying me while I was harvesting. Every time I started harvesting, he would where is my copper deposit? He would come down and scan me, so I had to stop. Alright, so going back to the train manipulator, we just need 60 copper. Alright, now that's trying to give me silicate dust as well. Alright, we currently have 12 copper. As a matter of fact, I can free up a slot by recharging my hazmat protection with that one sodium I got. Alright, we have 17. We need 36 more. So we need to get up to 48 copper, basically. And there we have our 60 copper. So it wants us to construct a portable refiner. We've already got one right over here. I was just out of range of it. Alright, so we're going to refine this into chromatic metal. And just got to find my copper. There it is. Take a whole whopping 20 seconds, or 30 seconds. And then we should have the materials we need to make the base computer. I've actually still got a free slot. Now, if I try to pick this up, I won't be able to get the copper that's in it. That's 10 copper. Let's see, I think... Yeah, I don't have any space for that 10 copper. So, what I'm going to do is look at something to refine really quick. To finish off the... I've got plenty of cobalt. Let's take some of that cobalt. Actually, no, not the cobalt. Let's actually refine some of the carbon until the fuel runs out into condensed carbon, which we use as fuel. And so, you know, that would have basically been the equivalent of like 3 condensed carbon in here. And we've already like more than it'll be like 20 times the amount we were able to convert to run off of that. So it's really efficient using the condensed carbon. Oh, more than 20 times. Good Lord. Alright, so we can put that in there and that back in our high capacity inventory. So now we can freely pick this up. And now we need to find a suitable site to claim with the base computer. Now once you put a base computer down, you're able to build in a radius around it. But you can't really pick it up and move it around. You would have to destroy the base basically and build a brand new one. If I got room for more condensed carbon, yes I do. Let me grab a little bit more condensed carbon, because I do go through this. Quite a bit. Alright. Alright, so we want to find a spot to put the base. Let's go into photo mode. Now, our first base here is basically just going to be a place we come to harvest. Let's see, we've got some dioxide there, we got some copper there, we got a cave right here. And it had pretty good materials in it. We've got access to ferrite and carbon. A couple of animals in the area, a couple of there's a whole bunch of ships flying right there. Are they taking off from something? But yeah, I think we're gonna just plop it down right about here near the cave entrance. Now, I do like that when you go into camera mode, it basically pauses the game, because this is also how you take screenshots. And when you go into the screenshots, you can adjust the time of day, adjust the fog, the cloud level, a whole bunch of things just to make the screenshot look even better. This has done wonders with the ability to take screenshots. Okay, let's see. Where was that cave I was just in? I've already lost it. Alright, there's the dioxide. There's a buried technology module.
Thermal protection fully.
It's right next to a copper deposit. Not that copper deposit, a closer one. No, that's too far away. Where is that copper deposit I was just at? Good Lord, I've already lost my way around just by turning around a few times and taking a few steps. Right, the ship was that way. We went this way. We hit the dioxide. We went across to a copper deposit. There. And the cave should be right near this copper deposit. Yeah, there's the sentinel that's in the cave. So we want to put our base somewhere around here. And I'm going to drop into this cave real quick to get my thermal protection up.
Extreme cold damage detected.
And while I'm getting my thermal protection up, I want to explore this cave a little more and see just how deep it goes. Now these things give an amazing amount of carbon. It didn't take many of them to fill me up. Oh yeah, this cave looks pretty deep. And some of these, I found out by accident, actually give silver. So I ended up with a partial stack of silver, which was another part of the problem. Okay, this looks like it may just about be the end. And yes, it looks like it's ending right up here. But it's still a pretty good cave for carbon, radon, and cobalt, as well as the occasional silver. Other than that, there's not much in here. We didn't find any of the subterranean creatures in through here. And there's a little bit of maybe ferrite down here. Wait, that may not be the end. Now, when you get down to areas like this is basically considered their bedrock. The terrain manipulator won't allow you to dig lower than this. Oh, looky there. We found one of the last two creatures. And they look a little goofy. You look like a weird. Oh, and the cave keeps going. But yeah, you can dig down in this stuff, but once you get this stuff, your terrain manipulator won't dig through it. So, and sometimes some of your buried technology modules might appear below this, which can be troublesome. But yeah, we've got an amazingly deep cave here. Lots of marrow bulbs and stuff in it. Few creatures, and it just keeps going. We might get lucky actually and find the last creature from this planet down in this cave. Because this is a very deep cave. And I'm being spotted by a sentinel again. Must be seeing me through the rock. It leads to a cobalt deposit. Oh, big cluster of those harmful plants. Now, my supreme toxin protection that I have is going to keep that from going down. Oh, there's another exit that leads to something else that provides carbon. Oh, that's going to hurt. I just lost a health level. But yeah, my Supreme Toxin Protection Shield basically gives you a period of time where you're basically invulnerable to toxic damage. It doesn't even affect your hazard protection shield. But yeah, I'm going to have to restore that health level with the next white chest I find. Here, my shields are finally coming back up. But yeah, this is a pretty impressive cave. It's got a few patches of the bedrock here, so we couldn't dig out holes. But thankfully nothing spawned underneath it. I've had multiple instances in previous playthroughs where buried technology modules or subterranean organic structures would appear underneath this stuff and I could never get to it. Matter of fact, this thing is so deep I think I've gotten lost. Because I seem to be going down. I just heard something. Alright, a couple more hazardous flora around here. Okay, there's that sentinel. Now we're going back up. Any more of you guys? got room for one more vortex cube. Alright, this looks to be a dead end. So obviously I missed the correct turn. But yeah, this place is pretty extensive cave network for harvesting. You get a ton of cobalt down here. And carbon. Oxygen and sodium from those aggressive plants or hazardous flora. Let's just make our way back up. Okay, there's my ship. That's one guide. And of course dioxide. Alright, is this the way I came in? I believe so. Yeah. Oh, another subterranean relic. You chasing me? There's more than one down here. And this is another exit. So we've got about 4 more subterranean relics down here. Do I have anything I could actually get rid of? Just to go ahead and grab these. Well, I'm about to get rid of the chromatic metal when I build the base thing, and there are 3 more of these down here. So let's get a little bit of distance. Don't want to be too close when you try marking something, otherwise it'll say you're already there. Let's go ahead and mark that objective so we can find it again. And we will go ahead and head back up here to set up our base. And get a milestone for walking forever. Yeah, this is where I came in. It's right up here. That is where that sentinel was. I don't know if he's still there. Yeah, right there is where I came in. It looks like the sentinels moved on. Finally. So we want to build our base somewhere around here.
Ground protection falling.
Let's actually just put it right here. Our base computer, say right here. Now we have to register the land. We can pick it back up until the point where we actually register. Alright, Universal Archive reveals no prior claim on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site. And there we go.
Base computer online.
Alright. Accessing log from previous user. Entry 4925D follows. Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to. Back soon. Core infrastructure parts received. 5 items learned. Wooden wall requires carbon. Got. Now, bases provide shelter from the planetary conditions, so we need to build a base fairly quick. A foundation with wooden panels. So we need to find a spot to put. And you can go into a build camera mode. Now, you don't want to put it too close to this, because anytime you load back in here, this is where you and your ship will appear. And you don't want you and your ship in the middle of the base. I guess we'll put it right there for now. And now we need to build 3 wooden walls. That one. Build a roof. And build a wooden door frame.
Base computer online.
Alright, so we have now a small makeshift base. And we can go into it to get shelter.
Levels stabilizing.
We've got a storm coming up. Now I'm going to interact with this real quick. It'll pause my loss during the storm. Sussing log from previous user, additional archives recovered. Entry 4925E follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage data from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. Now let's get out of this damn storm. I do love this storm effect, though. Alright, so we have to use pure ferrite to make the next step, which is the... Let me bring up this menu. Well, I already missed it. What is it? The construction research unit requires 20 magnetized ferrite and 1 carbon nanotube. Now, so they want us to refine ferrite into pure ferrite into magnetized ferrite, but I've already done that. So they're gonna ask me to place the portable refiner. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna need to do refining later anyway. I'll actually put it outside. And since I've already got the magnetized ferrite, it jumps on ahead to make the carbon nanotubes. And I just need 1. And now we build the research unit. I'm going to put it inside.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Good, it's about time.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Another blizzard coming. Looks clear right now. We got yet another storm on the way.
Thermal protection falling.
Now in this quest here, expand your base with additional base components, construct a construction research unit, and then extract salvage data from buried technology. Well, I had already found some salvage data, so it skipped the step where it told me to look for the buried technology. There's one 216 away. There's one 377 away. Yeah, there aren't really any close right here. Get out of the damn storm. These blizzards can get nasty. So I can go ahead and spend my salvage data to learn some things. Diagnostic suggestion. Users should recover salvage data from buried technology, equip and utilize an analysis visor. Alright, so let's research. Under tech, we can get a teleport module, and of course then it will need power. Under shelters, we can expand the options we have for building with wood. We can add in the ability to do metal shelters or concrete. And each of them, these use silicate powder, these use ferrite dust, these use carbon. I just need to learn a new blueprint to advance this. And I know one of the blueprints they're going to ask me to know is the base teleporter. So I'm going to go ahead and learn that. Otherwise, I'd have to learn it as well. Okay. Your base can be renamed. Interact with your base computer, which is all the way over there, in the middle of a blizzard. I think I'm just going to wait it out right here. I've used all of my salvage technology, so while we're stuck in here, there's one 225 away. There's a subterranean relics I want to go back for.
Storm clearing.
That one's 316. That one's 377. So yeah, that would be the closest one right there. Alright. So the blizzard finally passed. Alright, so we can rename the base, capture a screenshot, upload the base once it's a certain size. We can just outright delete the base. So I'm actually going to rename this. Alright. Actually, where are we? Well, let's just do Edical Mining Outpost. That'll work for now. And I just hit cancel instead of accept. That worked. Alright, so now we can leave. And now they want me to build the teleport construction. Requires 4 metal plating.
Thermal protection fully. Product constructed.
Need 100 more carbon, and to make 2 carbon nanotubes.
Product constructed.
Need 40 sodium. Alright, there's some deuterium-rich plants nearby, but there is no sodium plants nearby. Alright, let me drop down in here and get these subterranean relics. Do you give sodium? Alright, you're oxygen.
Toxins detected.
Alright, what do you give? Oxygen. What about you? Oxygen. Alright, so we're going to have to go looking for some sodium plants. Now, one possibility is I believe the marrow bulbs will convert into sodium if I find any of them. Here's sodium. And I don't have room for sodium. What? I thought I had an empty oh, the cubes took up my last space. Okay. So we're going to have to stick something. And see, we're going to have to stop here to get our jump jets back to get out of this hole. Otherwise, we'd have to walk all the way around to the other opening. Alright, I need to replenish my power cell. I'll use the dioxide. And to replenish it from 0 to full, took about 20 dioxide. Alright, so what we're going to do is stick something in this portable refiner. We're going to be refining some stuff, so let's put some fuel in there. And what can we refine? Actually, we've got a lot of sodium nitrate. We need 40 sodium. 20 of that would become 40 sodium. Yeah, I had processed all my sodium into sodium nitrate because it was more effective for the hazard protection. And there we go, we have 40 sodium. And no space for it until I clear another slot, so let's stick, I guess, the dihydrogen in here for now. And build a base teleport module. Now once again, you're not going to want this like close to that or close to your structure. Let's put the teleport module right here, I guess, for now. Actually, let's go into build camera and look around. Right there. Now they want us to learn the biofuel reactor. Learn base modules at the construction unit. And I don't have any more of those base constructions, so I have to go get some. And I need to free up some inventory slots as well. So let me get that dihydrogen back out so I have it with me. We're going to go stash some stuff on our ship, which is this way, while we look for buried technology modules. Okay, that one's 204 away.
Ground protection falling.
What is this? Oh, that's the buried technology module that was on the surface that I already got. That was the one that would have been close to here. Yeah, we need to head back to our ship to clear up some inventory. And recharge our thermal protection.
Ground protection falling.
Alright, we've got plenty of storage here, so we're going to stick the vortex cubes in the ship. We'll stick the Gek relic in the ship. The radon, the silver I got by accident. I don't really need ionized cobalt right now. And screw it, we'll just stick a lot of this stuff up. If we collect more, we collect more. I'll keep the magnetized ferrite, the navigation, and I don't really need the projectile ammo right now, but I could install a bolt caster to make use of it. I don't really need it right now. My mining beam will be sufficient for anything I'm really doing. So let's stash the projectile ammo too. So yeah, now our starship's just about full up, but our inventory is clear. Now we always get an icon for our base as well. We're going to go over here to this technology module.
Ground protection falling.
And we're going to look for sodium along the way, since we're low. Another cave system over here. That's a cargo drop, an oxygen plant. What is that? Big old dihydrogen crystal. Alright. I just missed it. Where is the buried technology module? Right over here. Okay. We've got a another salvage container here. This one is also not buried. We got 2 more salvage data. And let's go ahead and check this thing. Alright, I was too far away to actually get the loot, so I got to get closer and interact with it again to get the nanites out of it. Yeah, this is the location of where we got the thing. We went over to get the copper from here, and that took us to our base, which is up the hill. But this is a location to remember to come back when we have an Atlas pass. We've already looted everything here. And we're going to need to duck into our little structure to get our thermal protection back up when we get back here. We got to interact with the console anyway. But while we're sitting here on the console, our thermal protection won't be recharging. Analysis unit online. Indicate desired research path. Alright, we need technologies to get the biofuel reactor. Alright, it's a power generator, but it burns carbon-based fuel. Alright, so construct one. It'll be under power. We need a metal plating. And we're going to build it fairly close to the teleporter, but not right at it. Let's see. Let's rotate it. Let's go into camera mode, or base mode. Rotate it. And put it... right about... here, I think. Alright, now we need to learn electrical wiring. It's free.
Temperature levels stabilizing. Item received.
There we go. And connect the power grid by selecting the electrical wiring and connecting the biofuel reactor to other things. So everything has these little connection points. Everything that needs power provides power. And we'll just drag it over to this point, and it puts up the wiring. Now we could connect some multiple wires to the same area or something else to here, going on, like say the base, but the base doesn't need power right now. Now we have to fill up the generator or add fuel to it. Alright, now this thing has a high capacity. I'm going to go ahead and use all... Wait a minute. Have I loaded this... Where's my... Have I loaded this thing up? Yes, it's got fuel. Alright, I'm going to start processing more condensed carbon. I've only got 98 regular carbon, but that's fine. And I'm going to load this thing up with condensed carbon. And that's 20 minutes of power it has, and it's only 33% full. But I have access into this cave to a high amount of carbon. So what I am about to do is go down there and farm up a whole bunch of carbon to turn into condensed carbon to fill this bioreactor up. And then we will get to continuing the... Actually, I can go ahead and pick this up first. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925F follows. Scanner detected unusual broadcast, repeating 16, from the space station. Warning, end of archive. Records interrupted. Base computer archives have reached their end. It seems there's nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. So now I am to follow in his footsteps and look for the space station. But before we take off, I'm going to fill up this bioreactor. And I will be right back when I am done. Okay, so it didn't take me too long to grab about 3,000 carbon. And I'm just going to pop some more in there. And it gets about an hour's worth of use out. Now the thing is, even while the game is paused, like if I hit the escape key here, it was at 59:52 right before we started this. And when we pop out of this pause menu, yeah, as you can see, it's still been ticking down. So, but that gives us about an hour of game time that this will be powered, and it does not take long to harvest a lot of copper. I didn't even bother condensing it to throw it in there, because each of those little mushrooms down there gives about 100 carbon. Plus, it also gave me a butt-ton of radon. And while radon doesn't sell for much, having this much of it, I'm going to sell it when I get to the space station for quite a chunk of change. And I also went ahead and picked up the construction research unit, because that is a portable unit. You don't need to leave it at your base. You can take it with you and use modules as you find them. Before I take off, I see that that frozen tubers over there has respawned, I believe. I think I'd already harvested this one. But I'm going to grab that for a little something extra to sell when I go to the space station. And I'll get a little bit more ferrite dust and dioxide as I'm going. Alright, and head right back. Actually, I need to go more to the right. Or did I? Oh, there's my base. There's my ship. I can't harvest that because it requires an advanced mining laser. But I can get this one. Alright, I've got over 250 ferrite dust as well now. And we're going to hop in here just as my thermal protection fails. There we go. And now we need to head toward the star base, or the space station. But I don't have enough fuel. Oh, I didn't mean to hop out. Alright. I need to refuel the thruster with either Starship launch fuel or uranium. I don't have any uranium. Starship launch fuel requires dihydrogen and metal plating. So let me make a metal plating.
Constructed.
And now I can make the Starship launch fuel
Constructed.
and recharge my launch thruster.
Technology recharge.
Now, taking off costs more fuel in survival than it does in the regular game. It's half of my fuel right there. Yeah, we got a couple of floating rocks up here. So let's get up into the atmosphere here and head toward the space station. And it'll auto dock us when we get close to this blue beam. Before I hop out of here, I want to make sure all my radon is in the same inventory slot so I can sell it as one big chunk. Let's see, cargo, I don't have enough condensed carbon to be in there, but I do have enough ferrite dust. Alright. Now, I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my Starship that's actually going to end up being sold. But you can sell from your Starship just fine. Now, one other thing is with your scanner, you can see details about a vehicle. Mine is a class fighter. It's C with 15 slots and 4 technology slots, how much it's worth, all of that. You can look at other pilot ships. That's an Explorer Class B. It has 27 inventory slots and 7 technology slots, and it's worth $6 million. And any pilot is willing to sell their ship, pretty much. There's a hauler. Now, I can't afford that ship. That's $27 million, but you can talk to them. Can't understand a word he's saying. Yeah, you can make an offer on their ship, buy items from them, and each of them have about 6 items they can sell. You can sell items to them, which I'm about to. Let's see, what all do I want to sell to you? I'll sell all of that radon. I will sell the frozen tubers. I will sell... I guess everything else is on my ship. I should have gotten the frozen tubers stacked together as well. The vortex cubes. I'll go ahead and sell the Facium. I don't need the ionized cobalt right now. Don't need the sweet root, the mordant, or the pulpy roots. And I actually don't need the projectile ammo right now. But it's only selling for 119. I'll hang on to it right now. And I don't really need the silver. I'll sell that. So now I'm up to 150,000, or close to it. But that won't get me enough to buy his ship. He's got a lot of inventory spaces. It's a nice ship. But yeah, 27 million to buy the ship from him. If I traded ships, it'd still be 26 million. But any ship can be of any class. I could find another ship like this. Well, maybe not that one, but a ship like this, it's Class A or even Class S, which is the best class. Now we need to find a life form to ask about the mysterious signal. Now, one thing I need to warn you about, I found this out on a previous playthrough. If you talk to any of these vendors about the mysterious signal, for the rest of the game, they will not deal with you. So do not talk to the vendors about this, otherwise they will become inaccessible. You want to talk to one of these regular guys walking around here. And that's not a bug, that's as intended. They're always afraid of you from that point, so they won't deal with you. So yeah, let's just talk to... Conscript. Sentinel Hunter. What are you guys? A corporal? An enforcer? A trader? A toil geck? And a guard. An ensign? And another guard. I'll talk to this other guard. Don't understand a word you're saying except Vy'keen. The alien, large and intimidating, seems to be attempting to be friendly. Perhaps they know the one who came before me. Ask about other travelers. The alien draws back startled. The look over the face tells me our conversation is over. Alright. Don't really want to talk to one of the vendors. Navigation data. Alright, let's try the corporal. Lifeform puffs himself up as I approach, making the most of their impressive size. Perhaps they might recognize the signal mentioned by the base computer. Hearing the code seems to cause the lifeform to shrink, a look of fear crossing their face, and then in an instant the fear passes. They look at me strangely but say nothing no more. So yeah, neither of those guys would interact with me. Despite their size, the alien does not seem aggressive, but when I blink, I see the same red light that stared at me in the distress beacon. Repeat 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away and I see the lifeform glaring at me. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have witnessed it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would make something of this code. Yeah. The lifeform looks at me, traces of fear and surprise behind their eyes. It's clear they have nothing more to say to me. Any of the people I've interacted with will have that reaction. Yeah, this guard. Yeah. So if you had tried talking to any of the vendors prior, that's what they would do. So I reloaded back from when I got out of my ship when I first got here to test a theory. To see if instead of asking them about the anomaly I just left, they would have the same reaction. And yes, it still locks them out. So, it doesn't matter whether you ask them about the anomaly or just leave. The minute you click on them and bring that dialogue comes up, they become unavailable for the rest of the game. But we're going to resume on that reload right now. You. Nope, same effect. So I lost 3 of these guys, but these guys aren't critical. You'll find people like this all over the place. Vendors are actually more critical, so it's okay to waste some of these guys. Alright, so here we have the Galactic Trade Terminal. And we can buy and sell stuff here. This is the mission agent. This is a envoy of one of the guilds. I'm not sure which one. He's got all three symbols behind him. No, that's all three species. I should be able to recognize the guild. Where is the emblem for the guild? Oh well. This is the cartographer. And you can trade navigation data here for maps, like the first one we got that'll send you to like distress beacons and other things. Here's the teleporter. Now these other guys that I haven't visited, I can talk to at this point. I don't understand a word he's saying except for Vy'keen. As I approach, the life form stuffs something small and furry into a pocket. They fidget uncomfortably, attempting to speak over the persistent squeaking. And all of these guys should have pretty much the same thing. I can request dialect help, I can practice my language, I could offer a gift, and you can do multiples of these. I can only do the request dialect help once, but I can come back and practice language skills on him later. So I'll request dialect help. He presents a list of symbols, each seeming to represent a word I might learn, and I can choose what kind of word. Let's go with, well, the Vy'keen are kind of violent. Let's go with aggression so we know when they're talking about something violent. Guard Apingi teaches me a word of their language. He teaches me the Vy'keen word for death. And I can learn a word basically from each one of these people. Okay, I recognize that he said death at some point in there. The warrior is busy scratching markings into the paintwork of their weapon. Their work is as of yet complete, but they are clearly proud of their progress. Warrior Kurluna draws himself up, proud to be teaching their language. They present a selection of symbols, each representing a type of Vy'keen word I might learn. Let's go with mystery symbol. You've learned the Vy'keen word for thee. Alright, I've talked to you. I've talked to you. Okay, he used Vy'keen. As I approach, the warrior hastily covers up a tablet in front of him. They appear to have been etching something, but my presence makes him uncomfortable. Guard Yazoo clenches and unclenches one fist as they consider me. Eventually, they thrust a datapad toward me, listing a series of language symbols. Trade. You've learned the Vy'keen word for give. Trader Kutreko thrust a datapad toward me as I approach, a cloud of cloying perfume billowing from their scent gland. On the screen is an image of a Gek, alongside what looks like a complicated ranking system. The calculated value does not look high. Trader Kutreko mimes excitedly, performing a series of actions that seem to represent words I might learn. You have learned the Gek word for Gek. Alright, there's another Gek over here. Toil Gek. Didn't get a word of that, buddy. The Gek seems to be lacking all energy. They are consumed by the most terrible lethargy, barely able to drag themselves to examine their personal timepiece. Toil Gek Rutalapa mimes excitedly, performing a series of actions that seem to represent words I might learn. Trade. Toil Gek Rutalapi, I'll get his name right eventually, Rutalapi, teaches me a word of their language. Trade. Okay. Now, anybody else here I haven't talked to? this is something. Encrypted navigation data, and I've learned a milestone for learning 5 words. Yep, got some navigation data out of that. Alright, so I've got a conscript. Yeah, I've got like just 2 guys I haven't talked to. This conscript and that other Vy'keen. Okay, now this guy, I'm going to understand everything he says because this is a hireling you can pick up later. So I'm not really going to go through his dialogue right now because I am unable to hire him. I would need a weapons terminal at my base to make use of him, and I've got to progress the story to a certain point before I can do this. So that's a guy I won't be able to interact with at this time. What about you, Ensign? The warrior grunts distractedly, not giving me their full attention. They seem preoccupied by the small device they are holding. Ensign Yanurakot barks a query. When I do not respond, they present a list of language symbols. Trade. I didn't get anything from that. It says already learned, but I don't remember getting a word pop up. Alright, let me see. I've seen this alien's insignia before. They are a member of the Explorers Guild. They do not seem interested in the data I have to offer. Perhaps the mission listing agent on the station might have a way to prove my worth. Can I get around you? There's a thing back there I wanted to grab. Oh well. Alright, he won't deal with me right now. There'll be a few things to search here. Okay, I've met 10 aliens. Meeting pilots doesn't count. Meeting vendors doesn't count. Only meeting those aliens that I can choose to learn language from counts. Extract these nanites. And this looks like the extent of this room. No other way out. Got a nice view of, well, a ship going nowhere, and a nebula. Oh, that's actually a nice view. There goes another ship. That looks like a drop into the void. Alright, so there's the teleporter. I could take the teleporter straight back to my base. But I want to check the other side of the station first. Make sure I'm not getting run over by a ship that comes in, even though they don't actually run over you, you know. Alright, now on this side we have the Starship Outfitting Station. Drones deployed to target Starship Radiant Pillar BC-1. Available operations. Upgrade class and or storage or melt ship into scrap. Use this outfitting station to increase the size of the Starship inventory or to improve its base stats by upgrading its class. Upgrades to specific functions such as weapons or engines can be purchased from technology merchants. Alright, so upgrading. Augment inventory space or improve Starship class. Improve for free with a storage augmentation unit. If I had any augmentation units, I could do it for free. Adding another storage slot is 1,000,000 credits, and it gets higher the more slots you get. Upgrading the class would cost me 10,000 nanites. So as you see, I can't do any of that right now. Now here is the customization station, and before I do that, I want to look at myself. Oh, wrong button. I need to go here to camera mode. Alright, so that's how I'm outfitted. That's pretty much what I was going to stick with. I was just going to change the colors. Back to first person. Alright, so I want to do a little bit of customization here. Yeah, it appears I am in the traditional spacesuit. Now you can change your race if you want. Your default race is anomaly, but you can be a Viking, a Gek, a Korvax, or a Traveler. But I'm going to stick with this one. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and save this one in one, so I can come back to it. Alright, so Viking, Traveler, Gek, or Korvax. And Travelers are kind of random. They can be all sorts of weird things. I kind of like that one. That's interesting. But yeah, let's go back to our save. So we have this outfit. Alright, the body shape. Short and fat, tall and skinny, mid-sized. And I think that one's taller. Yeah, I like that one. Alright, head. We have helmet alpha. Alright, we are currently in helmet kappa. Alpha's a little more rounded. Beta is a little too freaky. That is a little too freaky. That's just as bad. That looks like a fat stormtrooper. Space Trojan? I don't know. Nope. That one isn't too bad. That looks like a traditional spacesuit helmet almost. I kind of like one, actually. Alright, do I want extra accents, circular accent, striped accents, profile accents? Let's go with the extra accents. Primary color, let's see, secondary color, accent color. Yeah, secondary color I want dark purple. Primary color I want black. Accent color. Let's also make it dark purple. Alright, torso. We have the spacesuit, the industrial spacesuit, the sleek spacesuit, and the embroidered suit. Actually, I think I like the industrial one. Let's go with a dark purple accent, dark purple secondary. I'm not leaving. I didn't mean to leave. I must have accidentally hit the right mouse button. Alright, I was back on torso. And black for the primary. Alright, armor. We have life support unit, industrial plating, sleek chest piece, or an antique breastplate. So let's go with the life support unit. Half and half or extra accents. I like that. Alright, gloves. Let's go with the heavy-duty gloves. Oh, we are already on that, because they go with the industrial suit. Detailed accents. There we go. Legs. Industrial leggings. With central highlights. There we go. Boots. Heavy-duty boots. With accented shin guards. Actually... Huh, yeah, let's add a little bit more color. Let's go back through this and make the accent colors red. Oh no. I want that one to be the dark purple and that one to be the red. Nope, I liked it better that other way. Alright, torso. I'm not even seeing the accented chest. Let's just take off the markings on that. Head. Alright, we were on boots. Backpack. Alright, we can have a standard trail. You can unlock these others later. I like the antimatter trail myself. Alright, jetpack unit alpha is my only current choice. Accented boosters, arrowhead, swoop, or stripes. Accented boosters. And I just did it again. Good lord. I suck at this. Alright, accents are red. Secondary is dark purple. Primary is black. Banners. Alright, now for my banner, I can choose any title I've gotten in any game I have played, so even ones I haven't unlocked in this one. I kind of like... Lucifer the Undaunted. Just checking to see if there's anything else. Yeah, you get titles when you die. So I've been killed by an unspeakable entity. I've died due to overconfidence. Died due to life support failure. And died due to extreme cold. So let's do, yeah, let's go with Lucifer the Undaunted. Emblem I want is Black Hole, I think. Yeah. Or Explorers Guild. Let's see, primary color is going to be black, no, dark purple, and then secondary will be black on this. Yeah, let's go with Black Hole. Alright, now we are done. Let's go back to I want to go back, not reset. Let's go back to, oh, it's on race. Okay, let's save this one there. And yeah, we can have multiple outfits if we wanted to. Let me have a quick look at the... Oh, they actually have presets. You can look at there. Let me look at the different heads. And there are a whole bunch that are not unlocked yet. Alright, let's go back to the race and go back to our saved outfit. And we have our new outfit. Alright, so here we have it. after my customizations, this is what I went with. Oh, and it's, of course, it's going to be in the shadow. There we go. Actually, I can do camera view to get a better look, but I kind of like that. A little bit of color to it. Primarily black with some dark purple and red. Oh. Alrighty. Let's go back into first person, not photo mode. Let's go back into first person. Thank you. Alright, now here we have the Exosuit Research Merchant. You can purchase upgrade modules from him for nanites to upgrade different, and of course even these have classes. You have C's and B's and then A's, and of course the best are S. This shield module is a supreme defense system. Underwater protection is supreme. Thermal protection is supreme. Toxic protection module is supreme. And the life support module is supreme. So he's got some supreme modules that I can't afford right now, but what is, I think I have the toxic protection module. I think that's what it was. S-Class toxic protection upgrade, yes. Right. And in this station right beside him is where you can buy one, and only one, upgrade to your suit at every station you visit. Alright, so it costs 5,000 to upgrade the general slot, 5,000 to upgrade a cargo slot, but only 1,000 to upgrade a technology slot. Now I don't have any technology to stick in here yet. I think cargo is actually one of the best ways to go, but if you start getting an overflow of technology, getting a technology slot frees up one of these, and it's usually cheaper to get a technology slot. I think I'm going to go with a cargo slot, since it's only 5,000 units and holds twice as much as a other slot. But yeah, now I can't interact with that at this station again. I have to find one at a different station. Is there anything on the tables? Yes. Encrypted navigation data. More encrypted navigation data. Scrap dealer. Viking sizes me up as I approach. I appear to pass muster, for they do not dismiss me from their presence. You can acquire coordinates for 5,000 units, ask what they're selling, or purchase old scrap. Pathetic freighters go missing. Weak scavenger picks through the wreckage. Like feasting birds. Grah! Honorable Viking warrior would never indulge in salvage. But if interloper is interested, Viking may have information. So yeah, he can give me the information to a freighter I can salvage, or I can purchase old scrap. Contraband, 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 contraband. Takes tainted metal to buy any of this stuff. Oh, okay. Tentacled banner is a personal flare used to your banner. That's a wriggling companion. A face transformation. Some decals. A band hazard protection module. Black market modification. Is flexible and exact upgrade statistics are unknown. Highly useful piece of survival technology. Repair kit allows damage quick. Okay. And those are suspicious packages. Okay. Placeable sludge. Alright, so he wants stuff I haven't found yet. Tainted metal. There's a lot of encrypted navigation data around here. Gives you nanites and sometimes navigation data. Alright, rest of the vendors along here. This is the tool vendor. You can buy tool upgrades from him. You can get a replacement tool. This is a Class B with a lot of freaking slots and an optical drill. Oh my god. Alright, this is about $1 million to buy. And you can have multiple tools and swap between them. And this will still be here, so when I get $1 million, this might be a decent one because it's got 14 slots. It says rifle, but it looks like a pistol. And at this, you could add slots and or improve the class of your current multi-tool. New slot is 110 units, and they go up in price every one you buy. And upgrading the class is 10,000. And if you find a multi-tool expansion slot, you can upgrade the slots for free. This guy handles exocraft or starship research. This guy handles the exocraft. And basically they sell upgrades. So I could get upgrades for like my starship or my exocraft when I get exocraft. Alright, who we got in here? A free Gek. Okay, that's another hireling. He's an overseer. Conscript. Another hireling. This guy needs the exocraft terminal. The downbeat lifeform is studying the image of another young warrior on their pad. The pictured warrior looks virile and impressive. They have facial tendrils outstretched. They appear rich and of good breeding stock. The look in their eyes is sultry. The lifeform looks to me with questioning eyes. They clearly need someone to talk through this with. Advise acceptance. Young warrior nods. They relay a message of acceptance. Speakers through the facility play orchestral music. The lifeform shares some of the dowry they receive. So he was asking me for marriage advice, apparently. Alright, we have nanites. Another galactic terminal over on this side. It can have possibly different wares. And that is an encrypted navigation data. And this door will require an Atlas pass. Version 3. Alright, so that's pretty much the extent of the space station. I do have a little bit of money. I could like get a upgrade on my tool and add an extra slot. I don't really need it right now. I'd rather save my money for buying a replacement tool or a replacement ship before I really start upgrading the one I have. And we just got another walking milestone, I think. Alright, so now we are going to take the portal back to our base. Did I already interact with that one? I think I did. And you can basically teleport to your bases, space stations, or other bases, or to the groups if you're playing multiplayer. we're going back to our mining outpost. I kind of like this portal cutscene while it loads the terrain. Kind of Stargatey. It usually doesn't take too long to load through. And my ship should be nearby, right there. And this thing has used up 52 minutes of its fuel. Alright. So now we need to visit our base computer again. And let's see, I have plenty of carbon, right? I have 162 extra carbon beyond that. Okay, put that. Let's move the condensed carbon to the exosuit. We'll keep our fuels there. And I'm going to go ahead and add... Alright, it's 743 or 740. If I add 162 of this, it's going to take me forever to just get down to 162. It adds about 3 minutes. But like I said, that's easy to get. That 3 minutes is me shooting 1 or 2 mushrooms down in the cave. Alright, so, base computer. What do you have for us? Archives terminated. Select new task. Begin decryption. Decoding 16, 16, 16. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. Reach the decoded coordinates. Encoded signal received, coordinates logged, reach the signal. Alright, it's up there on another planet. And I think we're going to call this an episode. And we shall resume next episode. So thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time.